How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the Poise Showcase series, and today I'm going to be taking another look at a build that I introduced in part 33 of my series, focusing on an offhand Great Machete with a straight sword in the main. Now this is basically taking the old Yorms and straight sword setup from the old 2016 meta into the more current meta now by dark infusing the Great Machete and also the straight sword to be able to pressure that Black Knight shield setup a bit more efficiently. Now, looking back at the part 33 version of this build, it was pretty poorly optimized in my opinion, so I thought it was worth a second look here today. So let's go straight into the status page here, guys. We are at soul level 125 as usual, using the prisoner's chain, so we have 44 vigor, 33 endurance, 36 vitality, 24 strength, 15 dexterity, 30 intelligence, and 30 faith. Now with these current stats, the Dark Great Machete in the left hand is getting 627 AR, while the Reinforced Dark Sword is getting 484 AR, so not too shabby. Now against the bigger weapons, when you want to get into those trades, you're better off two-handing the Great Machete, as you'll be doing more poise damage, so you'll be able to poise break your opponent more easily. Now when you two-hand the Great Machete there, guys, we are getting 656 AR. Now when you do sharpen it up here, guys, that goes up to 681 AR there in total, so not too shabby at all. Now back over to the equipment page here, guys. Reinforced Dark Sword plus 10 there in our main hand, so we're benefiting from the full straight sword moveset here, guys, and the Reinforced Dark Sword has a lot more range than the long sword, which I was using in my previous version of this setup. And also we can whiff punish a little bit more easy. We've got the speed of a straight sword, and we've got those pokes and roll catches. And in the left hand we've got the Dark Great Machete there that we can combo into for some hyper armor trading. Now I've also included an Arbalest plus 10 with exploding bolts and splintering bolts, and a Blessed Cestus plus 10. Now in terms of armor, we've got the Lapse Helm, the Wing Knight armor, the Silver Knight gauntlets, and the Black Iron leggings, for a total Armourpoise value of 42. So I'm running slightly less poise on this particular version of this setup. Looking back at the old one, I thought the poise level there was a little bit excessive. But with 42 poise here, guys, and using the Dark Great Machete there for hyper armor trades, we can infinitely hyper armor trade against every two-handed R1 up to and including the Great Sword and regular hammer class. But remember, guys, you want to be two-handing to ensure that poise break, or to poise break your opponent a little easier, depending on their armor poise level. As when you one-hand the Great Machete, you don't always know if you're going to poise break your opponent, so they might be able to tank those attacks when using a medium to heavy hyper armor weapon and having a bit of armor poise on their side. Now in terms of trading against the bigger weapons, guys, we can only tank one two-handed R1 from Ultra Great Swords, Great Axes, and Great Hammers, so it's not a good idea to go into trading against those weapons, especially if your opponent is wearing medium to heavy armor, so they can tank your opening attack and consecutively hyper armor trade against you instead. So you're better off just switching out to the Arbalest and the Reinforced Dark Sword instead, and focus on hit and run tactics, hitting those bigger weapons outside of their active frames. Now in terms of rings here, guys, we are using the Chloranthy Ring plus 3, the Prisoner's Chain, the Havel's Ring plus 3, and the Ring of Favor plus 3 there to round out the build. So that's it, guys. Let's go take this bad boy into the arena. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Alright, so it looks like we've got a straight sword and parry shield. Ouch. Whoop. Wow, a little bit of latency there. Maybe lots of latency actually. That's alright, we'll continue on. Latency is just one of those Dark Souls things, you know what I mean? Always happens. Whoa, just trying to get me into that Barker bomb bait there. Whoop. That's our poise coming in there, guys. Using the L2 on the Great Machete. Ooh, and got him with the free aim. GG. straight onto the next match. What do we have over there? Let's find out. Oh, that was that was so bad. Oh wait, it's Crispy. Crispy's one of the boys on the ladder. Awesome. Looks like we're gonna have a fun fight here, guys. What's he got over there? Looks like a pyromancer. Oh no. It's got the Gotthard twin swords now. Got smacked by that hyper armor. Ooh, almost got him there. Got to watch out for that rolling attack on the Gotthards. Ooh, good game, Crispy, good game. Alrighty guys, next up in the arena. And it looks like we have Havel over there. Straight for that backstab there, Havel. So this is the type of playstyle that I was talking about in the intro of our video. Basically going for hit and run tactics against these bigger weapons and not going for those trades, obviously. Well, and we're missing all our crossbow shots here today, guys. Oh, and he's disconnected. Good game. Alrighty guys, next match in the arena here today. Ooh. Oh, I thought it was the Fume Ultra Fun Sword for a second there. It's the Black Knight Ultra Greatsword. So we're going to be two-handing the Great Machete here, guys, so we get more poise damage. Just avoid that weapon art. And good game. Alrighty guys, straight onto the next match. Oh, we have the Profaned Greatsword over there, or Profaned Ultra Greatsword. So we're going to go into the trading game here with this gentleman, likely. There we go. That's what we wanted. Whoa. Should have, oh, shit. Alright, we'll swap out now. Play a little bit more smartly here. Ooh, and good game. That was close. And next up in the arena, what do we have over there? That looks like the Black Knight Greatsword. Excuse me. Sharpen our machete here, guys, and we have to be careful here essentially, as we don't want to get hit by the weapon art of that Black Knight Greatsword, but depending on our timing there, we can interrupt it. Ooh, good game. Alrighty guys, next match. Dank 420 blazing. Using a... what is that? The Lothric Knight Ultra Greatsword. Oh, and he went for the parry against a two-handed Great Axe. That was not a good idea. Trying to go for that backstab there. Whoa, and got hit by that R2. So we have to be careful there, because when your opponent is using an Ultra and they go for the R2 that has more hyper armor than the regular two-handed R1, they will be able to poise break our two-handed attack, even though we can tank one two-handed R1 from that weapon. And there you have it, good game. Alrighty guys, let's go for one last match here today. Okay, so we've got Dark Moonblade on a straight sword. And the Llewellyn shield there for parrying, so we've got to be careful here. Got to be careful here with our spacing. And there you have it, good game. Alrighty guys, so that brings us to the end of this video here today, taking another look at my Great Machete and Straight Sword combo. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one was a lot of fun to make here and test out in the arena, so I hope you had fun here guys, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you're enjoying my content, please subscribe, and as always guys, thank you for watching. Until next time.